Y'all, so I just asked ChatGPT what the chosen should do. Is AI smarter than a human being? We're going to find out. We're going to see. You might never guess what AI is going to say in response to this, but I had the amazing idea to ask it. So I had to ask it a good bit of questions because, as you'll see, ChatGPT and AI is pretty much progressive in their outlook on life. Progressive, and what do you expect? You expect AI to be more like the world or a Christian, but I had to ask it some questions, and it eventually got to some objective answers. So here we go. Is it a good idea for a Christian TV show to have a pride flag on the set? Here we go with the progressive stuff. The decision to include a pride flag on set of a Christian TV show is subjective and depends on the goals and values of the show. Very important there. And let me just say, I don't like all this subjectivity stuff. If you look at the Bible, it's more so black and white. Either this is okay to do or either this is not okay to do. When somebody's like, there's a gray area there, is generally cop out. Like they don't want to take a stance. Now, there's some areas where you generally don't know. The Bible's it doesn't really make a specific objective answer on it, but those are very few and rare, and they're just few and far between. Some Christian TV shows may aim to promote inclusivity, love, and acceptance for all individuals, including the LGBTQ plus individuals. In such cases, having a pride flag on set might be seen as a visual symbol in support of an affirmation of the LGBTQ community. If I can talk. On the other hand, some Christian denominations or individuals may hold conservative views on the matter related to sexuality and gender identity. Ultimately, the decision should consider the intended message and audience of the TV show, as well as the beliefs and values of the creators and producers, which we just heard Dallas's beliefs and values. As he said, he does not support the pride flag. He does not support the whole LGTV lifestyle. Interesting. So I felt like I didn't get an objective answer. So I had to ask it another question to try to be more specific. Yo, I asked it like 4 questions because it would not give me a specific thing. It would not give me an objective answer. But I mean, the first answer, it did hint on what Dallas should do. You know, it's dependent on the beliefs and values of the creator and producer. So I said the next question. If the director of the show is Christian, should they continue to work with a flamboyant member of the LGBTQ community that actively promote their own beliefs and oppose the values of Christianity? Here we go. The decision of whether to continue working on it just repeats what I asked. It's a complex and subjective matter. It involves considering various factors, including specific beliefs and values of the Christian director, which we go back to. Dallas stated those. And the goals and message of the TV show, which the goal and the message should be to spread the gospel and love and message of Jesus Christ, right? And legal and ethical considerations. Here are a few points to consider. Freedom of expression. In many countries, such as the United States, freedom of expression is protected right, meaning to right to express their views and beliefs. All right, inclusivity and dialogue. Christianity encourages, this is the really progressive, this is the funny part, y'all. It's like the progressive Christianity just creeps in here in a response of AI. Christianity encourages love, which it does, compassion, which it does, and dialogue with others, which it does. Even those with differing beliefs, which it does. Working with individuals who hold different beliefs can provide an opportunity for respectful conversation and understanding. It may also help bridge gaps and foster empathy and acceptance, which all that is true. Christianity does promote and encourage love and compassion. It's just like we don't want to be too encouraging of lifestyles that promote sin, which is what a lot of progressive Christians will go to the excuse of, oh, Christianity is about love, so love is love. We got to accept everybody's lifestyle, but that's not true. Okay? The show's message and audience. The director should consider whether the beliefs and values being promoted by the flamboyant member align with the intended message of the audience of the TV show. So does their beliefs align with the intended message of the TV show? I'd beg to differ. If their beliefs are fundamentally opposed to the show's values or the presence may alienate the target audience, which it has done, which people feel alienated, those true born-again believers who are on fire for God, they feel alienated. The director may need to carefully evaluate the situation. Legal and employment considerations. Depending on the local laws, we went over this. Check my video. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. I went over the whole legal aspect of it. Legal is not legal advice, but it's just my suggestion. And I did research about contract law. So those who are private contractors cannot go to the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, for discrimination lawsuits. They just can't. So that's pretty much covered. All Dallas would have to do is make sure he's not breaking a contract, and the person couldn't sue him if he decided to let him go. Ultimately, the decision should be made with careful consideration and respect for the individual rights and commitment to maintaining a positive and inclusive working environment. Open and honest communication between the director, the flamboyant member of the LGBT community, and potentially other stakeholders can help navigate the situation and find a resolution that aligns with the show's goals and values. So I ask another question I just want to get more of an objective answer from ChatGPT. Because right now I'm kind of feeling like this is subjective. You might can do this, you might can do that. I want to know exactly what should happen. Get more of a direct answer. If the Christian director claims to have values that are not in agreement, this is my question, with the LGBTQ, which Dallas, he emphasized that I don't agree with the lifestyle, should they continue to work with this flamboyant member of the LGBT community? Here we go. The decision of whether the Christian director repeats my question, despite their differing beliefs and values, is ultimately a personal, ethical one that depends on the specific circumstances. Here are a few factors to consider. Respect for differences, which I'm not saying we should disrespect. The differences. Christianity encourages believers to love and respect all individuals. Basically a copy of the previous answer that was above here. The inclusivity thing. Tolerance and inclusivity. Inclusivity is an important aspect of Christianity, promoting the idea that all individuals are worthy of love and acceptance. The director may choose to create an environment that is inclusive and welcoming to the people from all walks of life, including the LGBT. This can be an opportunity to demonstrate Christian values, even while holding personal convictions. You just got to be careful with that one, but I feel like a lot of people are using that as a reasoning to just say the chosen's okay because they're creating an opportunity to demonstrate Christian values in action, which is a good thing. But let me state, if somebody's actively promoting a lifestyle of sin, which is what the pride flag represents, all the benefits of that kind of just go away because it creates a hostile working environment for those who are true believers. We don't want to see an idol, like as comparing to an idol of Baal, as I went over in my previous video. The pride flag is like an idol of Baal from the Old Testament. And it's very similar. And as a genuine born again believer, I don't want to see that if I'm working for a Christian mission, working together on a show that's supposed to be providing and showing the love of Jesus Christ. I don't want to see that pride flag. Legal considerations, we went over that already. Ultimately, this is a complex and sensitive issue. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Okay, so subjective again. Okay, this is the final question I asked it. Well, actually not. This is the second to last question. If the show is promoting values of Christianity which believe same-sex relationships to be a sin. See, I'm trying to really get the ChatGPT, the AI, to give me a really just single answer. Should the Christian director continue working with the flamboyant LGBTQ member? All right, so if the show is explicitly promoting the values of Christianity that consider same-sex relationships to be a sin, the decision of whether Christian director should continue working with the flamboyant LGBT membership becomes more complex. Here are a few points to consider. Consistency with the show's message. Right? That's important. Directors should carefully evaluate whether the beliefs and lifestyle of the flamboyant LGBT member align with the show's intended messages and values, which it doesn't. It doesn't, if we're being honest. If their involvement creates a significant contradiction or undermines the core message of the show, it may be necessary to reassess the working relationship. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere of what we've been saying, the people who are saying, hey, this is a problem. Now we're getting somewhere. Respect dialogue and engagement. Even if the director holds the belief that same-sex relationship is a sin, it is important to engage in respectful dialogue with the flamboyant LGBT member, which Dallas can do that. He can have a conversation, take him to the aside, and have a respectful conversation. Hey, we're doing a show that promotes the values of Christianity. Showing the pride flag on the set may bother Christians who actually believe in the Bible. You can have a conversation to that effect. This can help foster understanding, build bridges, and promote mutual respect. And if he has that conversation with him, he may not even have to let him go. Just, hey, look, you're my brother. As Dallas considers this guy family, just say, hey, you're my brother. I would appreciate if you would just not bring these materials, this pride flag materials in this Christian environment where there's other Christians who really hold strong to the values of Christianity. They're here. They want to be here because they're promoting a Christian message, and they see the pride flag as in opposition to that. Just to keep the peace, can you refrain from actually bringing these materials on the set? And if he's genuinely a good brother and understanding, he will say, okay, I'm going to keep my personal life and my work life separate. Balancing convictions and compassion. Christianity teaches believers to hold their convictions while also showing compassion and love towards individuals, which we're not saying we should not show compassion and love towards the members of the LGBT. We're just saying it's conflicting matter here. The director should consider how they can navigate the tension between their personal convictions and call to treat all people with kindness and respect. Alternative roles and collaborations. Depending on the nature of the show, the roles involved, the director could explore the possibility of finding alternative ways of this member to contribute to the production, which I'm not sure how that would work, as he only really has one role, to operate the Steadicam, which is a contraption to operate a big video machine thing. Anyways, the legal and employment considerations, we went over that previously. Ultimately, the director should carefully weigh these factors, seeking guidance from trusted advisors and consider the impact on the show. Its intended message, let me repeat, its intended message and its target audience. Okay, this should be the last question. This is where we really get to a more objective stance from this AI. It's pretty smart, but needs to be more objective. If the flamboyant LGBTQ member, I'm getting frustrated at this point. I just want an objective answer. If the flamboyant LGBTV member is displaying their pride flag everywhere and active, which he is because he's walking around with it, it's on his person, and actively promoting their own belief system, which he is by having the pride flag, that opposes the mission of the Christian show, what options are there for the Christian director? So he repeats the question. Open and honest communication. The director should engage in open and respectful communication with this LGBT member. They can express their concerns regarding the display of pride flags and the promotion of beliefs that contradict the show's mission. I'm not sure if Dallas wants to have that conversation, but that's something that he could do. And if Dan, which is the name of the videographer, is respectful and understanding, he should understand that, hey, this is a Christian TV show. It's promoting a certain faith. Why, maybe I should reconsider having this flag that promotes an ideology that goes against Christianity. A dialogue may help foster understanding and find potential areas of compromise. He may reconsider it if Dallas has an honest and open conversation, like, maybe I should just refrain from having my personal life on this set because it's causing all this mess and drama. Set clear boundaries. The director has the right to establish clear boundaries regarding the promotion of beliefs and visual displays on set. They can communicate these boundaries with the LGBT member, ensuring that everyone understands the expectations and limitations within the work environment. Separate. This is a big one, y'all. Separate the personal and professional life. The director can request that the flamboyant LGBTQ member separates their personal beliefs and lifestyle from their professional involvement in the show. Request that. I don't know if Dallas has done that, but that's a good thing, a good suggestion. Just request that from this member. And that way you don't even have to let him go. You can keep him, and then that way he just won't be as flamboyant. This would mean refraining from actively promoting beliefs that contradict the mission of the show, which is important. You don't want to contradict the mission of the show. I don't see why you would. You want to refrain from doing that. The thing is, they don't understand that allowing this and not really changing policies and having that conversation with Dan is going to contradict the mission of the show. It seems like they're not making that connection. The leaders and the creators and the directors of The Chosen, they're not making that connection. See, and it says, let me repeat the sentence. This would mean refraining from actively promoting beliefs that contradict the mission of the show while on set or engaging in any behavior that creates tension while in the working environment. This is exactly what I said, y'all. I said, if I was an actor working on The Chosen and I saw the pride flag, I would feel like I'm working in a hostile working environment. That would create tension because it's a flag that promotes a belief that opposes Christianity. That creates tension. So reevaluate the working relationship. Here we're getting to some nitty-gritty stuff. If the situation remains unresolved, so if Dallas has this conversation and the LGBT member is like, you know what? I just want to continue remaining flamboyant and promoting my pride flag. Look, I'm proud about it. This is my lifestyle. I want to continue representing it. And you shouldn't tell me what to do. Okay. So if the situation remains unresolved and a flamboyant LGBT member continues to actively promote beliefs and display visuals directly oppose the show's mission, the director may need to consider whether the working relationship can be maintained. This could involve exploring alternatives such as reassigning roles, finding compromises, or at the last resort, potentially parting ways if it becomes untenable. Seek legal advice. Yeah. So interesting stuff. I had the wonderful idea. I saw another video like this. A Christian YouTuber by the name of Nick Jones asked ChatGPT to write a sermon about the end times. And I was like, this is an amazing idea. And I want to use this to see what ChatGPT and AI is going to suggest for The Chosen in this crazy pride flag controversy. So let me know what y'all think. Give this video a like. Help promote it through the algorithm, if I can talk. And share this with your friends. Subscribe. And until next time, God bless.